Welcome to Dock Ellis Foundation Missing Voices. My name is Jessica Castro, and I am Executive Assistant to CEO Jasmine Lee. The Dock Ellis Foundation's mission is to empower the minority community by assisting family members of missing persons to help bring them home. We provide support to individuals and families who are affected by crime and violence, and we believe everyone deserves to be safe and have a voice regardless of their background or economic status. Today we are here with the mothers of two missing men, Eva Celestine, mother of Rakim Celestine, missing from Dallas, Texas. Also Shariba Bryant Nunn, mother of Dontavia Bryant, missing from Bossier City, Louisiana. Also with us is Michelle Luster, Senior Outreach Coordinator from the Dock Ellis Foundation.
Hello, ladies. How are you
Hello.
tonight?
We're good, thank
Hello.
you. Michelle?
Well, tonight I'm going to give each of you the opportunity to tell us about your sons. Not them being missing, just about your son. So, Shariba, could you tell us about Dontavia?
Yes, ma'am. Dontavia was he was the oldest. I have two kids. He was the oldest out of the two. So basically he was my firstborn. He was my heart. Dontavia is outgoing. He's a people person. He loved everybody. He had a good spirit, good heart. Three kids. I mean, he's just a lovable person. And I mean, it's nothing, I can give him the utmost praise because he was a wonderful child. I couldn't ask for any child better than Dontavia because he was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, and both of my kids, I have a boy and a girl, so both of them are phenomenal.
That's nice to, that you're able to express how you feel about your son. Miss Eva, can you tell us a little bit about Rakim?
Rakim. Rakim was funny. Rakim used to love to make music. He always told me that he was going to be a rapper and he was going to make it big. And he was going to buy me the biggest house. And he had beautiful dreams about what he wanted to do. And he started doing it. He started writing music. He had so much written. And I couldn't believe until I started hearing him on YouTube. And he just enjoyed being around his family, having cookouts. He would be the entertainer and stand up there and rap on a little karaoke thing going on. And we really had a good time. And that was Rakim, always the life of a party.
Wow. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper. Both your sons are missing. I
Yes,
want
ma'am.
each of you to explain to the public how you found out your son was missing. Shariba first.
Well, on February the 26th, we usually text all the time, and something was eating at me. Something was at my spirit, and I would text and call. He would never answer. So I started texting some of his friends, and then Monday morning, one of his best friend he's not at home. I'm like, no. He was like, well, we was at the casino, and then he pulled up and told us he was at the casino. He was finna get out and come in. Okay, so that was Sunday at 4 o'clock in the morning. So Sunday, all day Sunday went by, Monday went by, I never heard anything. And he was in my car, so I went to Bossier, taking the chance, maybe my car gone, maybe he's somewhere, out and about. Got there, my car's still there. The car was locked, keys, I mean, he had, his money was in the car, his bill folder was in the car, everything was in the car. All he did was got out and locked the car. So, yeah, the guy at the casino, I went and asked for footage. He told me they didn't have footage. So he told me I had to wait 48 hours. So I waited to the first. I went on the first and did the missing police report. So they didn't, I had to keep calling them. So I called them on the 6th. And he tells me, the police tell me that they had an encounter with Duntavia. But he didn't tell me what kind of encounter. Okay, so I'm like, what can we do? What can we do? I kept calling him. Since he had a background, a warrant out, they said he was a fugitive. He was on the run. No, he's not on the run. He's not on the run. He's in Louisiana. His warrant is in Texas. He is not on the run. So how can you sit there and tell me from a man pulling up in a parking lot, getting out in his car, and you encountering with him? You went to the parking lot, and then we finally got the police report. On the police report, you pulled up in the parking lot because you got a 911 call for a Caucasian man with a gun in the parking lot. So how did you encounter with my child? Why you didn't have any reason to say anything to my child at that point in time, at no circumstances at all. So then you say my child took off running. He ran. He was about 30 yards ahead of y'all. He fell. He got back up and took off running. Y'all chased him, but then y'all stopped. So y'all don't know what happened to him. They're not giving me any assistance. They're not doing anything. They have not done no search. We put in echo search. We done did the FOIA. We done put in subpoena for body cams. We waited the 30 days. Still no body cam, no footage, no response from the police. And it's been 3 months as of the 26th. And no kind of assistance. No, ma'am.
Let me get this straight. They were a 911 caller called in about a white man, but when Duntavia pulled in the parking lot, they were focused on him. Is that what you said?
Yes, ma'am. They was called for a white man that's walking in the parking lot at Probass with a gun. They say on the police report, it shows, they say Duntavia locked the car. They seen the lights go off on the car. They started chasing. He ran, they ran, then they just stopped pursuing. They didn't pursue anymore.
And he fell down, and then they saying he got back up and took off running.
They saying he got back up and took off running. Yeah, they took off. He got back up. They took off running, and that was it.
So until we see the video, we're not going to know what really happened.
Exactly, and they're not releasing.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Miss Eva, tell us how you found out Rakim was missing.
Okay. So on February the 7th, Rakim FaceTimed me. It looked like he was sitting in a vehicle. And he started asking me some questions. And I asked him, why was he asking me these questions when he would know the answer to these questions? You know, the female that you was with never came to my house. She never sat on my sofa. She never had a conversation with me like that. The only time I ever seen her is on FaceTime when you was at your apartment. And she was cleaning up. She stick her head in. She say, hello, how you doing? That was the most I known of that female. So I asked him, I said, why are you asking me about this? And you know the answers. He said, I just need you to answer it for me. And I was like, Rakim, it don't make sense. But I said, you know that girl, they never came to my house in Louisiana. So he said, I'm going to call you back. I said, hold on, wait. I said, what's wrong? Because something ain't right. And he said, Mom, I'm going to call you right back. I love you. I'm going to call you back. And so I said, well, okay. Next minute, you know, a couple of days later, a friend that claimed to be his friend got in touch with me through a girlfriend that Rakim had here. And she reached out to me and asked me if I heard from Rakim. And I was like, I spoke to him earlier that day, but no. And that's how I was able to get in touch with uh, the young man Dante. He hit me up, called me. So when I answered it and replying back to him, he said, "No, I need you to come. No, I need you to come to Dallas and see for Rakim." So I called my best friend. She came and got me, and we went to Dallas ASAP after that.
Okay.
And I got there. I got there on a Sunday. I got there on a Sunday, and I never heard from the young man until 6 o'clock in the morning. I thought that was kind of strange that
Right.
he called me at that time of the morning, and it was still dark out. But I got up anyway, told him, yeah, I was ready, made my best friend come with me because I felt like something wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, he came with another female and another guy, and I found that kind of strange because you really didn't need people to take me over there to find out what Rakim apartment number is. But they took me. They
Mm-hmm.
took me. And I seen the girlfriend wind up coming out, acting like she was really angry, breaking things. When I said a few things to her, it looked like something went on up in here, and I that's not the way you act when you meet somebody's mother for the first time.
Right.
My day was 1962. Yeah,
So
yeah, that's it. And
I do have a
she showed me
question.
a lot of attitude. She showed me a lot of attitude. Like you would never show that kind of attitude for meeting the man you was with that was taking care of you. You know, you would never show that kind of attitude for the very first time. She abandoned the place and she took off.
And then that was the next day when you
That
filed
that
this.
was that was the 13th, the Monday.
Okay. I
She
do have a
wasn't
question.
expecting for me to show up.
Right. I do have a question to ask both of you ladies. As black mothers, do you think that your son's race play a part of the way that the outcome, like the police not being so involved? Do you think that the race has something to do with that or plays a part in that? Do
Yes.
you think that, Shariba?
Yes, ma'am.
What about you, Miss Eva?
Hood from the way seeing how everybody been being treated as black people, it does play a big factor in what's going on. It plays a big factor on Dallas part where they focus on the south side of Dallas and it's like forget the north side and you have a lot of people that's black on the north side and they're committing crimes and they walking scot free doing it. And I just feel racism all the way
Well,
around and it doesn't matter if it's a white
well,
man or
I
Hispanic, they're
right,
sending it.
right, because I did a little bit of research, and there's 1.5 million missing black that's incarcerated, murdered, or as a missing person. With those high numbers, you can tell that law enforcement is not, in the community itself, is not looking for our black men. Or when they
No.
find them, they're incarcerating our black men. Or they're not looking at all. Of course, they're murdered, they're incarcerated, or they're missing. How do you guys feel that the police has helped you in your son's case? Do you think that they did everything that they possibly could to help you?
No,
Shariba, do you?
no, I mean, no, they haven't. It's like they stereotyped him from the beginning. Um, from him, they didn't take him as being a human being. They took him as being another black man with a past. And I mean, that's not fair. You already judging us before anything. I mean, all of us got a past. All of us,
Right,
somewhere in all of our lives, we done something
right,
that's not right. So why would you judge a person? Just like when I went into the police station, the detective had enough nerves to tell me he knew how I feel. So my question is, how you gonna tell me how I feel? I said, have you lost a child? No. Well, you can't sit here and tell me how I feel then. To the point
right,
that he was about to make my top come off, because you can't sit here and tell me you know how I feel if you ain't never been in my shoes. You can't never tell me where I done been if you ain't never been there. So don't use that expression with me that you know how I feel, because you don't. And my child got chosen because he was another black man. And
right,
you went to the casino for a Caucasian man, not a black man. That is two different colors, and you can tell the difference. So why did y'all
absolutely.
even encounter with my
With
child?
your son,
You got to
yeah,
explain that to me first, because y'all did not know who he was until I went over there and done a missing police report, because the car was in my name. So y'all did not know who he was until I went over there. So why did y'all
right,
even say anything to him?
absolutely. What a
So the law enforcement, the police are really making me not even really have a really bad negative feeling about them. I worked in correction. I worked at the police station at the county. I have friends there, but y'all really is belittling yourself with me right now. Y'all really making me feel some type of way, because y'all are sworn in to protect and serve. That's what y'all
That's
duties
right.
is. It don't have a race on it. That's what y'all duties is to protect and to serve. And y'all not doing that. Y'all failing us. Really, honestly, the police is failing. The law enforcement is failing us.
How do you think elected officials play a part in this? If you could say something to elected officials, what would you say to each of them in both of your areas?
For them to do their job, they need to know that they're representing all race, not just one race, but all race. They don't get elected by just representing one race. You got to
Right,
represent all of us, because you're not making it to office if it's not for a lot of us black people. And we
Exactly.
sitting there and we putting y'all in office, and y'all still not giving nothing back in return except y'all taking and not giving, not helping. My son was stereotyped as well. I done heard what come out the girl's mouth, and when that came out of her mouth, then it looked like everything just went downhill from there.
wow.
That's not who my son is.
Do you each think your sons are alive?
I don't think so.
To be honest, no,
I don't think my
no,
son is alive.
I don't either. I mean, I'm like Miss Eva. I don't either. Because I know I don't give a hoot. They want to holler he in witness protection. They want to holler he hiding, and I don't give a beep, because that's not true. Because I know my child. He'd have done touched out to somebody every day. He'd have been done reached out. I don't. He got 3 girls, He'd have been reached out, some kind of communication. Hey, tell my mom I'm okay. You can't sit there and tell me that. You cannot sit there and keep telling me that nonsense, that foolery, because that's not true. And I'm getting tired of them using that as an excuse because they don't want to, because they done something, and they don't want it.
And they don't want to do their job.
And they won't do their job. Because what's in the dark is going to eventually come to the light.
Amen. Amen. So we're going to play a little video for a minute, and then we'll follow up with a couple more questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ladies. This has been very emotional for both of you, which I expect. If Rakim and Dontavia are out there and able to hear you, what do you want to say to them?
First of all, I want to say I love you. I mean, I miss you. I mean, come home, regardless of the circumstances. I mean, come home. Whatever we got to face, we're gonna face it together. And also, I know Dontavia didn't have no kind of ID on him, so he got a D on tattooed on one arm and a T on the other because we called him DT. But I mean, come home, because I mean, the kids miss you. All of us miss you. I mean, this is all foolery and it's all nonsense.
And you, Miss Eva?
So the best thing for him, I mean...
Go ahead, Shariba.
You can finish.
Go ahead, Shariba.
I mean, I just basically want to tell him, I mean, I love him and I want him to come home. And if anybody out there see him, please get in contact with the Dock Ellis Foundation.
How is your family in general, like his kids? How are they doing right now?
The younger ones, they're 6 and 4. They're doing okay. They ask questions, but they really don't understand. The 11-year-old, she's kind of distant because she do understand. So she's kind of distant. She's kind of more of a silent person, you know. You know, she do a lot of thinking silent. She don't show a lot of, emotions. But for my mother and my father, for my mother and my father, I mean, it's too much. It's too much for them, especially my mom, because he was a grandma's baby, you know.
And what about your daughter?
Oh, she's taking it real hard. That was her brother. You know, she's really taking it real hard. You know, we both try to be strong and we want answers and whatever. In the end, I mean, whatever's gonna happen, I mean, somebody's going to tell us something.
How has it been during the holiday? I mean, I know for me, holidays were really, really hard. And they're still,
it was
22
rough.
years later, they're still hard for me. So what about you?
Yes, ma'am. Mother's Day was rough because usually he's always bringing me something. So Mother's Day was kind of really, really rough for me. But I mean, every day is kind of hard. So I just try to basically just kind of keep myself occupied. But, you know, once I settle down, you know, it's kind of hard because, I mean, every time I look around, all I see is him. I got his cars, you know, his kids is here. So, I mean, I can't run or hide from it because it's here. So it's all of it's difficult.
Right. What about you, Miss Eva? What would you want to tell Rakim if he could hear us?
Rakim, you know, Mama been there for you since day one. You know, I'm just a phone call away. Because whenever you call me, I do come. And Mama needs to know where you at so I can find you. I love you every single day that life got to off. Please, anybody know where my son at? Please let Dock Ellis Foundation know. You don't have to reveal who you are, but just give him up. It's not right, not in God's world, for you to let this woman and I walk with no closure. This is not right. Rakim, if you still breathing, call your mom. I'm waiting every single day. I wake up and learn how to deal with the day you're gone. My time is yours. So please reach out to your mama and I will come find you wherever you at and bring you back.
Okay, ladies, what can the public do? No, scratch that. What can the Dock Ellis Foundation do to help you? I mean, I know we've been in contact and we've been working with you ladies, but what more can we do to help you?
I mean,
Because
just
we want to
keep
bring
doing what
them
you're
home.
doing. Yes, ma'am. Just keep doing what you're doing and keep helping us fight and lead us in the in the right direction. Because like I said, y'all been here with me from day one. And I mean, and y'all never let me down. Y'all guide me and send me in the correct direction that I need to go in and give me the leads or who I need to talk to make things happen. We're the only one fighting. Nobody else is fighting. I mean, law enforcement is not fighting with us or nor helping us. You guys are the only one that are doing that with us.
Right. What about you, Miss Eva? What more can we do to help you?
I wouldn't even be able to explain it because y'all cannot imagine what y'all have done already. What y'all have done already. Y'all let us be heard. Y'all let us be heard. And I can't ask for better. I can't ask for better. I have, like she said, we have that other search team in order, but we don't know nothing about them. We don't know what they're doing. We're not knocking them for what they're trying to do, but we have no knowledge. But Dock Ellis Foundation, we can't ask for nothing better than the work we have done already seen y'all do with us. Because I really thought I was by myself, and I'm not. And I thank God every single day. Y'all already doing it. Y'all letting our mouth and thoughts and hearts be heard.
You
I'm just
ladies,
waiting.
you ladies really. My sister's been missing 22 years. Until I met the Dock Ellis Foundation, I was lost. Just sitting here talking to you ladies is a healing for me. I don't want you ever to give up. Do not ever give up. Every no, make it a yes. Do you know how many no's I got told? And my sister's been on numerous shows. Little black girl. But I made them see otherwise. Your little black boy will not be forgotten. And no matter how many no's they tell you, you make them say yes. I see the fight in y'all, each of you. I follow you both on Facebook. Every day I see the post. I see it constantly. Shariba, Dontavia's face all over Facebook. Rakim's face all over Facebook. You guys are going to get an answer for your son if no one else does. And I never want you guys to stop. Because like I said, it's been 22 years for me, and the fight still goes on. Jessica, would you like to say something?
I just try my hardest to help in any way I can. I have been sharing the story, and I just really appreciate you ladies joining us. And we're going to do everything we can to help you find answers.
Thank you so much.
You guys did a wonderful job. And if we have to do this every week on the week just to get y'all's story out there, since the media seems to disappear, law enforcement's not there, whatever we have to do to get an answer for your boys, we're going to do it. Because our Black boys matter too. I don't care what they want to claim they do out here doing. That's your son. And they deserve the same respect as anyone else, whether it be male or female. So we're going to make it happen.
Rakim. Mama miss you, Rakim. Every day. Every single day, Poppy.
Thank you,
I'm not
ladies.
going to stop looking for
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
You ladies have a nice evening and try to enjoy your holiday. Please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
night.
you. I hope y'all have